Welcome back to Hi-Fi Tech and Entertainment channel. In most of the comments I received regarding the full stack development on the CAP project. So in today's video, I will give some basic guidance of CAP project, how to create it and how to create a database, services and how to deploy it to your Hana structure. So these all things I will show you end to end in today's video. So let's get started. As you all know, first we need to set up a business application studio. For that, go to your marketplace and we need to subscribe the business application studio. This one. Once you configure this, that one we can see it in your instance and subscription. The next step what we have to do is we have to check the roles. So if you navigate to your role collections, here we can see the business applications subscriptions is role is added or not. You can see here administrator role, developer role, all roles added it here. Now just go to your instance and subscription and click on business application studio. It's navigate to your dev space manager. Now we'll create a dev space. Now I'm selecting the full stack cloud application, create a dev space. Yes, this is the dev space I created. Initially the status will be on starting stage. Now changes status has changes to running stage. Then only we can create our CAP project. Now it is in running state. Once you click on the dev space name, it's navigated to your business application studio. So here we can develop our CAP projects using Hana. So here we are going to create our project. In my previous videos already I showed you by using the terminals and by using the template we can create a CAP project. So for your basic guidance what I am doing is by using terminal I'll create a project. So step by step here you can see how to configure your Fiori UI also. First cd space projects. Now it's navigate to your root directory. Then you have to give the project name. So this is the project name. It's created. See, successfully created the project. Now what you have to do is once you scroll down here you can see the project. In case if you didn't see that, here by click on open folder, it's navigate to that path. So this is the incident management project. First step, if you see here, this is the structure. Within the app, our Fiori UI deploy configuration template, we can choose it. You can see here in our database is your domain model, SRV is your service model. Then navigate to package.jsn. If you see here, this is the basic script to run. So first go to your terminal. First I will run the application. What things will be there? To run we use the command cds watch. Once you execute this command, here you can see no models found for the no database, no service, no application, nothing is there to run. So we need to create a database. For that we need to create a domain model. So db new folder schema.cds. So here we are going to define our data module. Two ways we can define. We can right click, open with CDS graphical modular also we can choose it. If you are good at writing the code, if you are good at writing the defining the entities, everything, you can choose that also. So this way already I showed you in my previous video. Here if you give the entity name and if you give the properties, everything will be here. If you want to maintain relationships, that one also you can maintain it here. So this all, once you maintain that, if you go to the text editor, here the structure will create. Like this, we need to define all your entities. If you need step-by-step explanation, already in my previous CAP project, I maintained this in detail. Please go through it. So Here now I maintain some of the entities. I will explain you what things I maintain here. First, I maintain an incident entity. It's created by the customers. Here, these are the properties I maintain. On this conversion, I maintain the timestamp, author and message. If you see here I maintain the created by. This all things is comes under the common serious things. So for this, I loaded it here so I can use it directly. To create a customer, I created the customer entity to support the incidents. These are the properties I used: first name, last name. Name means I concatenated the first name and last name by maintaining some space. If you see here, email and phone number I maintained as a direct name. This one I declared as a string in the last. Like this, you can declare the strings. Next, if you see the credit card number, I maintained some formatter. So this is the regular expression. I think Fiori developers know this, how to maintain the regular expressions in UI part. Same way in backend itself, I maintain the same regular expression by using this property asset.format. Then this is the address and status and urgency. These are the some of the entities I defined it here. Once you maintain the entities, if you see our database is successfully deployed, now it is asking to create the service. For that, right click the SRV, new file. Here I am maintaining name is service. So the name should be services.cds. So why I maintain this name means in throughout your project, if you want to maintain only one service, directly you can write that. But here I'm going to maintain a multiple services. Here also, if you know how to write the code, by using text editor you can, or else if you are not aware, you want some basic structure means open with CDS graphical editor, you can go there and you can configure the things. Both things will be the same. So now I maintain entity. See, these are the processor entity one I defined and administrator service. Drew entities I defined. If you want to maintain only read mode means at the rate of read only. Like this, if you maintain, the data will show only read property. Now let's execute. These lines also I explained you in detail in my previous vlogs. Please visit it once. Now if you run the application, you can see one processor service, another one is admin service. Once you click on the incidents, if you see currently there is no data. Now we need to add the dummy data. Previously already in a previous video already I showed you how to maintain the dummy data. One is right click new folder, data and the file names. But here by using command also you can maintain the data. For that, cds add data. Now if you see, once I use this command, based on my entities, all CSV files are added. For that you can see it here, expand data here. So here we need to maintain our data. So here we need to maintain our dummy data. So here I maintain data for all these files except text.csv files. Why? Because these two files I am going to use it for localization. So now the data is successfully added. Now if you run the application, see, for instance, data is there. Same way for customers, data is there. Like this, we need to add the data. Now I'm going to add a Fiori elements. For that, file, new project from template. Then you have to choose SAP Fiori generator. Click on start. Then here we need to choose your template. Now I'm choosing it here, list report page. If you want to choose overview page, you can choose it based on your requirement. Here within the data sources, you have to select your data sources. Use a local cap project. Here I maintain only one project, right? That's why default it is populating. If it is multiple projects, it will ask. If you see here, I have two OData services. Like this you need to maintain. Then click on next. Here we need to give the module name, incidents and application title, description type, incidents management, namespace, NS. Then based on your requirement, choose the version. Now I'm choosing some old version. It's your wish. Then click on finish. Now our Fiori template will generate successfully. If you see here, that is in your app folder. Within the app folder, we have an incidents folder. Within that, we can see the web app folder. Here, application will run in this path. And if you open the web app folder, the component.js, this is the path interlinked with your component. Now, if you go to your index file, the path name has to match NS incidents, correct. Yes, see, from here the application will run. This is the test folder. As you all know, in my previous videos already I showed you how to maintain the test data, OPA test data, everything within the iterations, all the things, right? So same way. Now if you go to your package.jsn, here you can see the new command is added, that is watch incidents. Now if you want to run this, we need to use this command, watch open this file. Or else if you reload it here also, you can see that structure. You see in the web app application. So this is the application. So once you click on this application, it will navigate to your Fiori template view. Yes, this one. Here now nothing is there. Adapt the filters. These filters will be there. Now instead of these columns, if you want to maintain separate columns also, you can maintain it like this. Only here customer ID, only these things will be there. If you want to adapt the filters, let's go to here and go to the application information. Now open the page map. Once you click on the page map, here you can see the structure of the page map, list page report, edit. Here within the filter bar, I'm going to add two new filters. One is status code and urgency code. These two things we need to add it. Once I added it here, reload it, application, here you can see the two filters. See, this is the data we maintained in our test code. See HLM. I will show you that data in database. Yeah, data. If you go to the status, see, this is the data. So like this, we need to add the filters. Here you can see, once you select this filter bar, here you can see what things you want to display. Here you want to display value help base layer or only value help, the structure, everything you can select it here. And once you click on that column on the table, that one also we need to maintain which category you want to maintain, that all things. If you click on apply, then if automatically the application will reload it, and you can see that all data's here also. See, previously it is an F4 model value help, now it is a drop down section. So like this you need to change the things. Now, so once you added columns here, go to your incidents, here automatically the data will be refreshed. If it's not there, just reload the application, then click on go. Once you click on go, we can see the all details are fetched it here. And if you, for this status mode, if you want to maintain the criticality also we can maintain it here. Here the options will be there. Type status is critical. Once you click on this, automatically the URL will be loaded and you can see that here. Let's go here, the fill column is not there. Status code. Yes. Okay, let's open this. Here I like this we can maintain the criticality. Now same way, if you want to go to the page map, same if you want to do changes in the object page, click on edit and you can do the changes. The next step what I'm going to do is I'm going to enable the OData enability. For that, go to your service file. Here we need to add. So to enable the draft for an entity, we need to use this. For that, this is the service entity and I'm going to add this draft enability mode. So we can, user can interrupt and continues the later on for the further use for your Fiori parts. So now to perform a CRUD operation, I mean for create, update and to create an OData services, here we are going to create a file that is service.js. Here I will create a file for service.js. Here I will define my create and update operation. So in your service.js, I'm loaded some common things and also here I will register my event handler parts. In your event handler parts for the incident, I maintained an methods on update. So these are the methods. In these methods, I'm going to call the data. If you see here, first I will initialize the thing. Then first I updated and I created the incident. Then here I'm calling this method. Here I'm reading the data and checking the urgent keyword. Based on that I'm changing to high or and remaining things. This is the custom validation I maintain. Now if you let's run the app first. For that, as usual, we need to use a command cds watch. Once you run this command, oh already it's in open, click on enter, so the new portal will open. Now open this. Based on this, our OData structure will create it here. Based on that, our data will also come. Edit. Like this, there here we have an edit option. See, save the version. These all properties will come. So for that, if you want to maintain validations, that all things we need to maintain it here in your service.js. So like this, we need to maintain your code. The next step what I will do is, now you guys know right how to maintain OData service, read and write operations. Now I will maintain a local launchpad page. For that what you have to do is, in your app folder, within the web app folder, we have an index.html file. This file I am going to change it. If you see previously only we have incident management. Here I maintain the Launchpad configuration. There I am loading my incident web app folder. So what it will do is it will load the Launchpad structure. There it will load only our incidents application. So let's go back, refresh it. If you click on web app, now instead of application, our Launchpad URL will open. I mean the Launchpad structure. Here if you click on incident management, calling path is wrong. Once you maintain that here, incidents path, yes. Once you maintain that structure here, the Launchpad app will open. So let's close it, refresh it, sorry. Yes. Now our incidents launchpad application will open with our launchpad. So this is the local launchpad structure. We can see our application. The next step what I will show you is how to maintain the authorizations. That is very simple step. The first step what you have to do is go to your service CDS. Here first we need to maintain our authorizations. So to maintain the authorizations, two ways we can maintain. Here directly at the rate, and within the brackets we need to maintain required. So this is the one way, and another way is we need to load it here like this, requires support. So this is the role name we are going to maintain. Same way for this service also I am maintaining the authorizations. Here I will maintain admin is a role. So once I maintain this authorization, in our packet.jsn we need to load the CDS authorizations. For that, to test the application locally within the package.jsn, after scripts, just load the CDS. Here what I did is, this is the basic CDS. If you want to maintain a mock data and authorizations, this is the structure, standard structure for every authorization to test it locally. So within the development, authorization is the keyword. Within that mock data, I'm going to test. Here I'm defining the users. So this is the usernames I maintain. For these users, the role is support role. Then this is the password. For these two things I didn't maintain the password. Only for one thing I maintain the password. Now let's test the application. If you maintain this user, I need to maintain the password. So just reload it. Now just open the terminal and rerun. Why? Because if you change the code in the services, definitely we need to rerun this. Oh, I missed the semicolon and comma. Yes. Yeah, now it's correct. Let's reload it. Yeah. Now, if you click on incident, it is asking the username and password. So here I maintain the username is incidents.support and the password is initial. This is the password. I maintain it here. Sign in. Now there will be some forbidden error. Let's cross check it. So like this, we need to maintain the user IDs and passwords. Now final step, I'm going to add the SAP Hana cloud. For that, terminal, here we need to add CDS add Hana hyphen for production. Once you add it successfully, it will add the Hana feature. If you see, if you open the package.json, you can see that here Hana thing will be added. Next, so the deployments will done on the production automatically. So it has to work perfectly. We need to use the following command: cds env requires -4. Now if you see the authorization part, everything will be successfully added the feature. We need to configure the SAP authorization and trust management. We need to run the cds add access UAA for the production. Once you add that here you can see that field will be added automatically. Let's show you that here. So by using the cds add HTML5 repo, the application will be added for the deployment mode. So this application will be added to your project successfully. For navigating to app incident folder, we can use a command npm install. Now it will install all things. Final step. Now we will run the test build. For that, cds build --- production. Now it will run the test builds. If you see, all structures will be created completely. The build is processed. You can see the build is completed in this seconds. So guys, like this we can test the application and we can deploy it to our Hana cloud platform, and you can see the deployment structures, everything here. Now once it is deployed, we can go to your HTML5 application. Here you can see the application, whatever application you deployed, you can see that here like this. So now you guys know, right, how to create basic app structure and build and add that in the Hana cloud, and also how to build it. So For next video, I will explain you how to create a calculation views. If you like the video, please subscribe my channel. Stay tuned for more interesting videos. Thank you for watching.